She was one of the most respected fashion designers in Europe. Discreet, elegant, timeless. Her creations echoed whispers of the past, lace that seemed pulled from antique trunks, cuts that evoked forgotten royalty. But at the height of her career, after sketching what she called her final croquis, she vanished without a trace. No letter, no warning, only silence, and a trail of mystery woven with invisible threads. This is the story of the designer who disappeared after creating her final croquis. It all started with a drawing, a hand-drawn croquis on aged paper that no one knew the origin of. Unlike the others, this one was never digitized. It was never shown to anyone. She kept it as if it were a sacred relic. Seamstresses whispered that, when catching glimpses of it, they saw strange symbols along the dress's outline, as if the sketch wasn't just fashion, but a forgotten language. It was said the piece was inspired by an old 19th century dress once owned by a mysterious woman considered untouchable by society at the time. What few knew was that the croquis included details that had never been published, information only the original owner of the dress could have known. Between sighs and silences, she used to say, "This will be the last. After this, there will be nothing more." The runway show was a spectacle. The collection was flawless, with pieces that resembled family heirlooms, veils floating like mist, and stitches that looked like they had been sewn by angels. But the final dress, the one from the forbidden croquis, never made it to the Baume runway. Some say the model chosen to wear it fainted just minutes before stepping on stage. Others claim the dress vanished from the dressing room. There are even those who swear they saw the designer leaving with it in her arms, as if fleeing from something or someone. After that, silence. The security cameras stopped recording exactly between 9:32 p.m. and 9:35 p.m., 3 minutes that were never explained. Her phone was found on the table, beside a measuring tape and a dried flower. The final croquis, which no one but her had seen in full, had disappeared as well. Since then, rumors have spread. Was she kidnapped? Did she run away? Or was she taken by something we can only call fate? In the days leading up to her disappearance, the designer changed. Seamstresses reported hearing whispers from the atelier even when she was alone. She began working only at night, by candlelight, consulting old books on Victorian fashion, and scribbling strange patterns with letters no one could identify, a mix of Latin and occult symbols. Among the fabrics, she hid old letters, fragments of past dresses, and even pieces of embroidery that she claimed came from other hands. Many said she was no longer just sewing garments. She was trying to stitch together a lost truth, something that connected generations through a needle and thread. But there was a problem. Some secrets are meant to stay sewn forever. That's when Helena enters the story, a young journalist specializing in classic fashion, deeply inspired by the missing designer's work. She began investigating the case. On her own, visiting the places where the designer used to buy fabrics, interviewing former models and employees. One discovery changed everything. All the models from the final collection reported having the same dream. In it, they were inside an old ballroom, wearing golden dresses, surrounded by mirrors reflecting different versions of themselves. The center of the room was a locked door. The key? A dress identical to the one from the final croquis. Coincidence? Or was the croquis actually a kind of map? Helena also found a hidden notebook with a note inside. Those who understand what lies behind beauty must be ready for what they'll see. Some fashion historians began to propose a bold theory. The final croquis might have been a secret replica of a legendary pattern known in ancient manuscripts as la forme infinie. It was said this pattern had the power to reveal the true soul of whoever wore it, not just their style, but their pain, desires, and secrets would be stitched into the garment without them even knowing. And whoever created that pattern faithfully could no longer remain in this world. They would be destined to disappear, becoming part of the legend itself. And that's exactly what happened to the designer. Her body was never found. But from time to time, the crocus reappears, hidden in old tailor shops, scribbled in the margins of rare books, or tucked away in the bottom of forgotten trunks. And now, the question that refuses to fade. Would you have the courage to sketch your final crocus? Could it be that among your lines, a story is waiting to be discovered too? If you're passionate about fashion, croquis, and stories that blend style with soul, check out my exclusive ebook featuring base poses for fashion sketching, perfect for turning your ideas into art and your lines into identity. Because every great crocus begins with a story, and yours? Has it already begun? Download the ebook now. The link is in the video description and pinned comment.